Outside in second, in at the rail third is E.L. Miko. B-Corps Renegade trying to cut across the racetrack for the upset from Moiseev. In deep stretch, Jed Lindy still leads it. On the outside second, Global Glide not going to reach. E.L. Miko scoots up the cones for Sears. E.L. Miko's going to win it. E.L. Miko won it. Jed Lindy was off stride in second. The mile time 1:56.4 in the opening division of the Simcoe Stakes, and the inquiry sign will go up. Six talented sophomores on the gate, ready to contest tonight's second division of the Simcoe Stakes. Here they come. They're off in trotting, and the first one off the wing showing speed is Was It a Dream. Colonel Talbot dives to his inside. In at the rail third leaves out Glide Master. Fourth in behind horses Garland's Dream. Then fifth is American Pacific in the early trailer. Into sixth is Blue Mac Lad. Into the first turn, Ron Pierce has the pedal to the metal, sending Colonel Talbot to the front. McDonnell with no other option but to dive into the pocket spot. As sitting along in third is Glide Master. Another 2 lengths back there for Campbell. And we had a breaker in the backfield. Blue Mac Lad has jumped it off. Blue Mac Lad is off stride. The opening quarter was 27-2, and it's Colonel Talbot on the lead for Pierce. In the pocket spot, McDonnell coming back out for round 2 as Was It a Dream pocket pulls. Right there sitting along in third is Glide Master, a witness to the battling leaders. In at the rail from fourth as they streak across the backstretch, Garland's Dream. Gap of another 2 lengths to American Pacific, and way back in sixth is Blue Mac Lad after the first turn self-destruction. Half-mile bound, and it's up in 56.4. Pretty good clip. Was It a Dream leads it. Inside second, Colonel Talbot. Campbell's on the move now third with Glide Master. He's up on the outside second and ready to attack. Outside with his cover fourth is Garland's Dream. In at the rail from in fifth, American Pacific. Far back sixth is Blue Mac Lad, and the pressure builds. Was It a Dream leads it. Outside in second, Glide Master up on the outside. Glide Master strikes the front for Campbell. Back in second, Was It a Dream. Overland from third with cover Garland's Dream. In at the rail fourth, Colonel Talbot. Racing inside fifth, American Pacific, and Blue Mac Lad trails. 3/4 time is 1:25.4, and it's Glide Master. Glide Master leads by 4 widening lengths now for Campbell. All out from second is Was It a Dream. On the outside third with some late step is Colonel Talbot. Trotting up in fourth on the far outside is Garland's Dream. They don't come much easier than this. Glide Master is in a league of his own. Glide Master has crushed this field to win the second division of the Simcoe Stakes, and he is home in a stakes record clocking of 1:53 2/5. A wrapped up Glide Master scorches them in the Simcoe. Field of 8 on the gate, ready to contest tonight's first division of the Simcoe Stakes for 3-year-old pacers. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and the first one leaving the wings is Armbro Durable, sprinting hard from the outside. To go with him is Jersey Dan. In at the rail third, left out Ideal Michael. Down the center, Eagle Luck is into fourth. In at the rail fifth, left out Armbro Dynamic. Then back in sixth is Sexy Mike. Away from seventh is Scootin' Delight, and the early trailer from an eighth is Logical Thrill. Into the first turn they hustle and chase Jersey Dan, who leads it by a length. In that pocket spot from second is Armbro Durable, rushing up in third, now second, and now the leader. Here comes Eagle Luck to brush to the front, but he paid nasty 25-4 price for the privilege of cutting it out. Up on the outside, Eagle Luck. The Eagle has landed. Back in second, Jersey Dan. Sitting along in third is Armbro Durable. At the rail fourth, it's Ideal Michael. Toward the inside fifth is Campbell with Armbro Dynamics. Sitting sixth at the rail for Xeron is Sexy Mike. Jameson back in seventh is Scootin' Delight. In the trailer from an eighth is Christopher Ruin, Logical Thrill. And there goes Ideal Michael, sent to the outside from fourth. He's third, he's second, and he's going on the attack right now for Brian Sears, who knows the pace is hot, and he knows that Eagle Luck's been used hard, 54-3 hard to get to the half. Eagle Luck on the inside, bracing for that first over prompter, Ideal Michael. And at the rail from third is Jersey Dan, swelling up in that pocket spot, swelling up on his cover from second over. There is Armbro Dynamics, suddenly 2 lengths from the lead. Then back at the rail, it's Armbro Durable. Third over is Sexy Mike. Sweeping into contention, seventh on the outside is Scootin' Delight, and Logical Thrill trails the field, 3/4 time, 1:22 3/5. Eagle Luck is still the leader, trying to hang on for dear life. On the outside, Ideal Michael did that first overward work, and he's all through now. Jersey Dan is trying to shoot up the inside. He doesn't have the pace at this point, trying to close off covers. Armbro Dynamic, Armbro Durable is blocked on the far outside. Logical Thrill, they're not going to touch Eagle Luck. It's Eagle Luck to win by 2 lengths in tonight's first split of the Simcoe Stakes, and he's home for the mile of 150-4. Eagle Luck and Willette win round 1 of the Simcoe Stakes. Two-year-old Pacers on the gate for the 4th race. First division of the Champlain Stakes. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Lundin gapped the gate. A little tentative getting away from the gate is Test Flight. Test Flight very tentative getting out of there from the outside. Running Book drives out fast. Last Call Hanover leaving out from the inside. Here comes Art Rivederci rushing up on the outside for Christopher to engage. Running Book for the front. Now Christopher will tuck into the pocket spot as Condren has made the front with Running Book. He got his point across and leads them into the first turn. Dropped in second is Art Rivederci. Sitting in third is Last Call Hanover. Backed up to be fourth is Domitian Hanover. Then it's Test Flight sitting at the rail from in fifth. Towards the inside from in sixth now, that's Manapita, and the one that gapped the gate is the one that trails. His name is Lundin, and he is already a dozen from the front, and the front belongs to Running Book, who cut a quarter in 27-1, and he's being rolled right along on his way to the half-mile point. Condren trying to get a bit of a breather in the second panel for Running Book, who leads it by a length and a half. Right there second is Art Rivederci. Sitting at the rail third is Last Call Hanover. At the rail in fourth we go to Domitian Hanover. Test Flight on the outside from in fifth will go first over, and he has 56-2, first half speed to chase. Running Book fronts the field, takes them into the final turn. Test Flight on the outside is gearing up now. In at the rail third, it's Art Rivederci. Towards the inside fourth is Last Call Hanover. Overland from in fifth moves up Manapita. Sixth to the outside is Lundin, and trailing seventh towards the inside is Domitian Hanover. And the speeds will quicken, and the strides will lengthen. Running Book does a number on them to 3/4 in 126. Third fraction, 29-3. Middle half, 58-4, and Condren says, see you later. It's Running Book by 3 lengths in deep stretch. Back in second is Art Rivederci. Towards the inside third is Manapita. The far outside in fourth is Lundin. Here is Running Book. Running Book runs away and hides in tonight's first division of the Champlain Stakes. He won it by 6. Under the line in second was Art Rivederci, and it's tight for third, either Manapita or a flying Domitian Hanover. The mile in 152-2, and it was Running Book uncorking a 26-2 final quarter to win the first split of the Champlain Stakes. Fifth race field picks up speed. They're often pacing, and from the inside, the red and pan lines fires out first. Here comes Extreme Speed from Campbell, and Why Not on the outside. In at the rail third, paces away Lil Dude Starbuck. Engelbrook is fourth. Far outside, Swingman parked out, looking to get position up from fifth. Sixth on the outside, and taking a tuck as they go into the first turn is Glittering Beaches. And the last three in the field, Tarpol and Hanover, followed further back by Panel Baymat and JM Terror Trails. Here's the opening quarter, 27 seconds, compliments of Why Not. It's Why Not fronting the field into the backstretch. Popped out from third, Pierce is on the move as he puts the whip over the back of Lil Dude Starbuck. Racing along from in third, the red and pan lines. Gap of 3 lengths is formed. Back at the rail in fourth to Engelbrook. Dropped in fifth is Swingman. Sixth at the inside, Glittering Beaches. Then it's Tarpol and Hanover, Panel Baymat, and JM Terror Trails the field. Single file fashion, they go to the half, and that means Extreme Speed. And everybody content with a 54 1/2. 27 1 in the second panel. Lil Dude Starbuck onto the far turn, a length and a half better than the pocket riding rival. Why Not? Sitting at the rail in third, the red and pan lines. Popped out fourth now, Engelbrook with some cover to work with. In at the rail fifth is Swingman to the outside, Glittering Beaches, Tarpol and Hanover, Pownell Baymat. JM Terror would need to sweep from back in ninth. He's 10 from the front and has just over a quarter of a mile to get there. And they chase Lil Dude Starbuck. Lil Dude Starbuck hangs up a third panel of 1:22 and 1/5. Pop to the pocket, now comes Why Not? Shooting up the inside from in third, the red and pan lines. Lil Dude Starbuck, he's all through. Here comes the red and pan lines, charging up the inside for Luke Willett, and it's the red and pan lines to strike the front. Why Not on the outside, pacing with him. Engelbrook makes it 3 wide for the drive, and Swingman at the rail. Tarpol and Hanover rushing up late. Here comes Engelbrook. Engelbrook on the outside, just missed the red and pan lines. The red and pan lines got his nose on the line first in 1:50 and 4. Field of 8 on the gate for tonight's 6th race, 2nd division of the Champlain Stakes. They're often pacing in from the inside. The inside 3 all leave out on your mock. Pandora Sox, War We Ideal out for position. Up on the far outside, trying to drive at the lead goes Just Plug It In. Brian Sears and Just Plug It In, rifled to the front. Going to come away second is the pole position sitter on your mock. Sitting at the rail third is Pandora Sox. Jameson would love to track that one's cover. He's back and forth with War We Ideal. Towards the inside from fifth now as they move to the quarter is Sutter Hanover. Racing along from in sixth position is 222. Followed by Silent Whispers and Ships Cam Ocean Trails. The opening quarter is speedy, 27 2. And it's Just Plug It In Sears. Sears expecting company. Up on the outside, here comes company. It's Jack Moiseyev rushing up with Pandora Sox, and right past goes Pandora Sox to strike the front. Back in second, Just Plug It In sits now. In at the rail third is On Your Mock. Waiting from fourth is War We Ideal. In behind him, fifth is Sutter Hanover. On the move now comes 222 from sixth. Seventh in the backfield, Silent Whispers. Ships Cam Ocean Trails, half a mile, 55 and 4. On to the final turn, they chase Pandora's Sox. Now on the outside, War We Ideal pressing. In at the rail third, Just Plug It In, covered up on the outside from in fourth. That one moving to the outside is Sutter Hanover. Then to the outside, third over, 222. Trapped on the inside, On Your Mock from sixth. Seventh in Overland is Silent Whisper. Ships Cam Ocean is last at the rail, and the battle continues to 3/4 in 125. A battle between Pandora's Sox and that first just over Thorne and his side is Warrawee Ideal. Waiting in that pocket spot is Just Plug It In. Trying to rush up from off cover now. Rolling from the backfield is 222. Still tough at the rail is Pandora's Socks. Warrawee Ideal won't throw in the towel. Out off cover, here comes 222. And Roger flips the switch on Big Red. And here comes 222 on the outside. 222 to win it. 222, a going away winner in 152 and 3 to win the Champlain Stakes. Trotters on the gate for the 55th edition of the Maple Leaf Trot. SA Speedy Balance, the one that broke at the start. The rush to the field picks up speed. And they're off. And from the outside, leaving like a rocket on the extreme outside as they move into that opening turn goes Stiletto. Abbey Road C shows early speed from the outside as well. And driven through hard towards the inside to secure position is Medvac. Out of trouble from back and forth is Peaceful Way. Dropped in fifth now is Elegant Man. Sixth off the speed as they move into the first turn is Sandvik. Then backed up towards the inside is Muscles Marinera. Parked in the early going is He's Striking. Then towards the inside, recovering after the break, SA Speedy Balance. Last in the field is Getting Down and Dirty, and they hustle to the quarter in 27 and 2. And here comes action in the form of Peaceful Way. Peaceful Way rockets out of fourth and is quickly up to take charge for Trevor Ritchie. Back into second now sits Stiletto. Moving third on the outside is Elegant Man, and racing back and forth is Medvac. Outside in fifth, trying to catch up to his cover is Sandvik, and he is toiling out there second over from fifth, all gapped out through a 55 and 4 half. Abbey Road C is sixth at the inside. Muscles Marinera seventh in Overland. Then tipped out goes He's Striking. Back towards the inside is the one that broke earlier. SA Speedy Balance. Getting Down and Dirty trails the field, and they're going to have to do some trotting to catch Big Mama. Peaceful Way. Peaceful Way leads it by a length and a half. In that pocket spot from second as they trot the turn is Stiletto. Overland from in third as they go around that far turn is Elegant Man. Sandvik still has 4 lengths to make up, and he is simply not doing enough tonight. 3/4 in 124 and 3. And Peaceful Way turns for home. She leads by 4. Back in second is Stiletto. To the outside from in third now as they come into deep stretch. Pop to the outside now with some late trot is Medvac, but she is Canada's darling. She has 6 lengths. She is Peaceful Way, and she is on her way to a Maple Leaf Trot masterpiece. Peaceful Way wins this one by 6 lengths going away. It's Peaceful Way or no way. Peaceful Way in 153 and 3 has beaten the boys, and she beat them soundly to win the Maple Leaf Trot. Condition field lined up for the 8th race. Here they come. They're off and pacing in the first 2 to fire out. Mulcahy leads, so too does Admiral's Express on the outside, pushing hard from the rail now. Atomic Ideal up into the mix. Michael's Marvel backs off into fourth, racing away fifth. Escape the Wind dropped in to be sixth as they go into the opening turn is Tough Luck, followed by Escapable Bow. And the last three as they move into the opening turn, the Preacher Pan, Taylor Lane Ace, and Art Maker. And here comes the Speed Maker, Admiral's Express, to cut a quarter in 26 and 2. McDonnell sets up shop on the front end with the gray Gladiator Admiral's Express. It's Admiral's Express by a length and a half as they tour the backstretch. Racing in the pocket spot, Mulcahy second, 2 lengths in third, Atomic Ideal. Michael's Marvel fourth, Escape the Wind is fifth, 6 towards the rail is Tough Luck, then back in seventh, Escapable Bow, and the last three with positions unchanged, the Preacher Pan, Taylor Lane Ace, and Art Maker. Half mile bound and they chase Admiral's Express, who hangs up a 54 and 3 first half, 28 and 1 in the second quarter for the Admiral. Admiral's Express onto the far turn. In the pocket spot is Mulcahy. Roger Mayotte first over now with Escape the Wind from fourth. He's third, he's second, and he's going right after Admiral's Express, who takes the field into the final 3/8. Just a half a length away, now a quarter length away, and now just a bridle away as Escape the Wind, who's right up on even terms with Admiral's Express as they go as a team to 3/4 and hit that third station in 1:23 and 2/5. 28 and 4 third quarter. Admiral's Express. Escape the Wind on the outside is second. Mulcahy in behind from third. Tough Luck tries to flip out from off cover. Escapable Bow is coming on. Admiral's Express trying to fight hard at the rail. Escapable Wind from first over. Up on the outside, coming on between horses now is Mulcahy. Escapable Bow is rushing up. Escape the Wind and Mulcahy to the inside. Mulcahy, Escapable Bow. Escapable Bow and Brown win again. Escapable Bow guns them down in 150 and 4 over Mulcahy, and Escape the Wind tight for the balance, 150 and 4. Race 9, it's the final leg of tonight's Pick 7. It's the 4-year-old Open Pace on its way. They're off and pacing, and first away from down the center leaves out John Adams, his next-door neighbor Secret's Nephew, and his next-door neighbor Extreme 3, Power to the front. And it will be Secret's Nephew to take charge for Kelly Shepard, joined on the outside by Extreme 3, who rushes up for Jameson. Back in third is John Adams, a gap of 4 lengths back to YZ, sitting at the rail from fourth. Paragon is out of trouble from back in fifth. 6 towards the inside as they move their way to the opening quarter is Silent Swing, then backed up to Speed Demon from an 8th. Following up in 9th position towards the inside there, 8th rather, is Red Star Senator. 9th is Zuka. The opening quarter was 26 and 2. And it's Extreme 3 doing the speed and the road work tonight, up front by a length. In that pocket spot sits Secret's Nephew. John Adams, who was off the wings early, is back up for more. He's on the attack in second, and now he'll brush to the front. Jameson releases him with Extreme 3, who will take the pocket ride from here with Secret's Nephew third. In at the rail fourth, that's IZ. Sitting fifth at the inside is Paragon. Stepping to the outside now goes Silent Swing. Going to ride his cover is Speed Demon, and still 8th and 9th are Red Star Senator and Zuka respectively. 54 and 2, the first half pace. Plenty of pace to chase for the backfield. John Adams fronts the field into the final 3/8. Right there, nose to helmet. Now pop to the outside goes Extreme 3. Jody Jameson is on the move with him good and early. Tipped out from in fourth on the outside. Now up into third goes IZ. Sitting at the rail is Secret's Nephew. Then Silent Swing to the outside. Paragon is locked up. Speed Demon trying to roll. Zuka's at the rail and trailing is Red Star Senator. 3/4 in 122 and 4. And it's John Adams on the inside. Extreme 3 on the outside in second. Won't go past. In at the rail from third, we go to find a locked up Secret's Nephew. Brushing up his IZ from way back. Put your eyes on Speed Demon. He's closing up. Secret's Nephew finds that lane, but John Adams still the one to catch, and they're not going to catch him. John Adams wins it. Secret's Nephew was second, tight for third. Might have been Speed Demon over Extreme 3, the mile 150 and 2. It's post time. More of the Simcoe Stakes action for the 3-year-old Pacers. They're often pacing in the first away from down the center, leaves out Mr. Feelgood from the inside. Armbro Damien goes with him. Outside leaves out Armbro Deuce. Backed away into fourth is Perfect Union. Impeccable on the outside. Fifth will take a tuck. Secluded Island gets away sixth. Then back in seventh we go to find Dunebeg, and the early trailer is Card Master. As the field moves into the first turn, it's Armbro Damien winning round one. He's put up front by Ron Pierce, who takes the colt to the opening quarter, a length better than the pocket riding Mr. Feelgood. 28 seconds, very tepid opening quarter. Brennan knows it. He's going to stomp on the accelerator and send Armbro Deuce to the outside. He was in the tough spot sitting at the rail from in third, so if he's going to come, he's got to come 100 miles an hour and try and clear. Up on the outside, it's Armbro Deuce to rocket to the front. He'll get some respect, and he'll make the front. Back in second, Armbro Damien. Sitting at the rail from in third is Mr. Feelgood. Gapped out 3 more lengths is Perfect Union. At the rail, Impeccable is fifth. Secluded Island is sixth. Gapped out in the backfield is Dunebeg tonight. He's 3 lengths off the pace of the one in front of him, and the trailer, as they go around that far turn, Card Master gapped out half a mile, 55-4. They were smoking 27-4 in the second quarter after that 28-second opener, and it's Armbro Deuce to the far turn. Second in the pocket, Armbro Damien. At the rail third, Mr. Feelgood rushing up fourth on the outside. Now as the field comes to 3/4, Perfect Union. Spotting up on the outside, Impeccable, but he's gapping his cover from in fifth. At the rail, Dunebeg's in a blind switch. He's in a real tough spot tonight. Outside trying to sweep up Secluded Island, and the trailer coming off the final turn as they sweep for home is Card Master, and Armbro Damien's made a break coming out of the final turn. That's good news for Brennan. He's able to grab some 3 or 4 length lead now with Armbro Deuce. Armbro Deuce opens up on this field. Back in second, Perfect Union. Outside third, Impeccable. Dunebeg was stymied in traffic since the word go. It's Armbro Deuce to win tonight's second Simcoe Stakes split, and he is home in 151-2. Dunebeg salvaged second, and it was tight for the balance. Pick 3, it's post time. Race 11, it's the preferred pace. They're often pacing from the outside. The first to fire out is Stonebridge Galaxy, joined to the inside by the One Night Pan. 4-star Cisco shows a little bit of speed. He's away third. At the rail fourth is Bolero Tai Shi. Overland from in fifth as they move into the first turn. Getting down to the rail is Quality Western. Then it's Hoosier Boy backed up. Towards the inside, it's Northern Trail, getting away third from last. Second from last is Primetime Bobcat. Last is Smithsonian. So everyone has got a seat, including Rick Ceron, who's perched on the point through a 25-4 opener with Stonebridge Galaxy. Stonebridge Galaxy leads by 3. Back in second, the One Night Pan. 4-star Cisco sitting third. Bolero Tai Shi fourth. Racing fifth, Quality Western. Sixth in the backfield, Hoosier Boy. Then doubled up is Northern Trail from in seventh. Eighth is Primetime Bobcat. Ninth and last is Smithsonian. Not a lot of action, except from the 5-hole. Quality Western is on the move, but he's not going to sprint past anybody. 25-4 the opening quarter. Half is 54 seconds flat. In that pocket spot, the One Night Pan. 4-star Cisco third. Grinding away on the outside is Quality Western with that 1 speed gain in fourth. And at the rail fifth now, Bolero Tai Shi. Stepping to the outside now to pick up some cover on the outside. Sixth is Hoosier Boy. Then back in seventh, Northern Trail. Eighth on the inside, Smithsonian. And tip to the outside from in ninth is Primetime Bobcat. 3 wide from the backfield. Starting a move now is Northern Trail. Kicked out in front of him is Hoosier Boy. 3 wide. 3/4 of 121-4. Zeron went 27-4 in that third quarter. And he he lifts up the anchor and tries to set sail with Stonebridge Galaxy. It's Stonebridge Galaxy, good by a length. The one-night pan in the pocket, not doing enough. Quality Western. Far outside is Hoosier Boy. Way back, Northern Trail is closing. And here comes Northern Trail, rushing up now. Northern Trail on the far outside, just in time. Northern Trail wins it. Second was Stonebridge Galaxy. Up the inside, third was 4-star Cisco, overloaded with pace. The mile 149 and 3, and Northern Trail wins again. Twelfth race field, third division of the Champlain Stakes for the 2-year-old Pacers, picks up speed. And they're off, and Semaloo Express fires out first from post position number 3. Speed on the outside in the form of Twin B Impact, who's gunning at the front. Outside of him goes Laughing Art. Laughing Art makes a move to the lead, off stride, getting away from the gate. Miraculous is off stride. Into the opening turn, Laughing Art makes the front. Going to come away second is Twin B Impact, and showing up third is Semaloo Express. Keystone Whalen tags that lead trio from back and forth. It's a gap of 3 lengths back to Honky Tonk Hanover, who's in no hurry from back and fifth. Sixth at the rail is White Sand Raider, then backed up to be seventh as they come out of the turn and go to the straightaway Raw Energy. Off stride in the backfield, Miraculous trails. And here comes Action to the front. Luke Willett has marched Semaloo Express to the lead, overtaking Laughing Art, who's right back for the retake. So some front end musical chairs, and Mark McDonald is back on the point with Laughing Art. Sitting in that pocket spot from second now is Semaloo Express, then third is Long Shot Twin B Impact, who's there through a 55 and 3 first half clip. 28 and 1 on the second panel. Twice used is Laughing Art on the front end. In that pocket spot, Semaloo Express. At the rail third, Twin B Impact, and Jack's on the attack with Honky Tonk Hanover from fourth, now third, now second, and here comes that strapping son of Western Hanover to engage Laughing Art for the front end as they go to 3/4. Laughing Art on the inside, Honky Tonk Hanover on the outside in second, just a tumbleweed away. 3/4 up in 1:24 and 3/5 seconds, and the front belongs to Laughing Art. Outside in second, Honky Tonk Hanover, the thorn in his side. Towards the inside from in third, trying to find a way back through his Semaloo Express. Laughing Art digs down deep. Honky Tonk Hanover to the bottom of the well, trying to fight back at the inside. Laughing Art, and try as much as he will. It's going to be Laughing Art to capture tonight's third Champlain Stakes split, and he was ultra impressive. Laughing Art won by 4, and he is home in 1:51 and 4/5. Break behind the gate, Surf LA. Not a happy camper. Failing to reset, Surf LA. Rest of the field picks up speed. They're off and pacing, and the first one away from down the center leaves out Hardman number 1. Joining him from the inside, Menno Boy. Up on the far outside comes the Gray Flash. 4-1-1, 4-1-1 streaks to the front. Going to drop in second as they move into the opening turn is Hardman number 1. Showing up in third is Menno Boy, one of 2 in here being claimed. Away well from fourth as they move over to the opening station. The other claimed horse, Perfect Approach. Out of second and driving back to the front goes Luke Willett with Hardman number 1. Through a quarter of 26 and 4, he'll reclaim the lead. 4-1-1 sits back in second. Menno Boy's on the move for Jody Jameson, who puts him in gear up the backstretch. Gapped out fourth at the inside. That one is Perfect Approach. In behind him, racing along from in fifth position, position now as the field goes towards the half-mile point is Western Gem. Right up and behind Western Gem as the field hits the opening half is Curahapo Cruiser. Menno Boy has struck the front for Jameson. Halfway home for the field, 54-1. Back in second, Hardman number 1, 4-1-1 is third. On the move fourth, Perfect Approach. Back there fifth now, getting ready to pick up some cover, Western Gem. Curahapo Cruiser at the rail from in sixth. Stepping to the outside seventh is Window Log. Towards the inside, Jaguar Hall from eighth. Spires Jonathan is ninth, and Surf LA way back. Three-quarter bound, and they chase Menno Boy. Menno Boy on the inside, the outside second, Perfect Approach right there in that pocket spot third, Hardman number 1. Then it's 4-1-1. Curahapo Cruiser begins to close from the backfield. Three-quarter time is 1:22-2, and it's Menno Boy on fumes. Perfect Approach on the outside is firing. Chris Christopher drops him into overdrive, and it's Perfect Approach. Late pace on the far outside from Window Log. He's closing up with Curahapo Cruiser, but they're not going to catch Perfect Approach. Perfect Approach to win. Second on the outside was Window Log. Curahapo Cruiser third. Fourth went to Hardman number 1, and the mile time 1:50-2.